Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Homemade. And today you all, we are making just one of those easy appetizers, or you can actually have this as your meat for your dinner. But it is our grill smoking wings. Now, these wings, you all, they are so good. This is my third time making them within a week and a half. I love these wings. I love the sweetness, the heat. They're not salty. They're not too sweet. They are just all the way around good. And we're not frying them. Now, if you are baking them, I'm going to use my indoor electric grill to fix these. But if you were baking them in the oven, you could do the same thing. You would just bake them on 400 degrees. Now, it does not take long for these wings to cook at all, you all. It's quick and they are good. So let's go ahead and get started with our wings. Now, for these wings, I do like to use whole wings. I like to cut the tip off of the wings and just leave the flat and the drum. Now, if you don't want to cut your tips off, that's totally fine. And I'm not going to throw these away. I actually keep these if I'm making like a small broth or something, or even something that requires chicken broth. And, I don't want to have meat in it or anything like that. These work just as good. So in here, I'm going to do about 8 wings. Now, if you want to do more, this will work for up to 12 wings. If you're doing more, you will need to add more of your seasonings and things like that. But anywhere from 8 to 12 wings, it works really well. I've already washed these and everything. I just need to drain the excess water off. Now that I've drained the excess water off of my wings, I'm going to go ahead and prepare them to go into my grill. So here I do have just a little grapeseed oil. Now, if you want to use avocado oil, even vegetable oil, that's totally fine. But I wouldn't recommend using olive oil. You want to use something, especially if you're using your indoor grill that has a high smoke point. So in here, I just added maybe like a tablespoon or 2 of the grapeseed oil. That's just going to help our seasoning stick to it, because we're not using any mustard or anything as a binding agent. Now, you do want to season these really well. In here, I have 1 tablespoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, and I have 1 teaspoon of seasoned meat tenderizer, along with 1 teaspoon of spicy jalapeno seasoning. And that's just the Mrs. Dash version, the no salt version. Again, you want to make sure that your wings are seasoned really well. Now, I'm going to pop these into the grill. They are going to cook for 15 minutes on each side. Now, my grill, they're going to cook for 450 degrees. And then once we flip them, then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how to make the smoking sauce. And you all, it is so simple, but it is so good. For our sauce, you all, making the sauce is super simple. We're just going to use some regular barbecue sauce, ketchup. We're also going to use some hot sauce, honey, red pepper flakes, liquid smoke, and we're also going to use some Worcestershire sauce. Now, I would say for your sauce, you would start off using 2 tablespoons of your barbecue sauce. You would use 2 tablespoons of your ketchup, 2 tablespoons of your honey. You could use 1 tablespoon or 2 of your hot sauce. You will use 1 tablespoon of your liquid smoke and also 1 tablespoon of your Worcestershire sauce, 1 tablespoon of your red pepper flakes. Now, you would basically combine that, and I always say test it to see if it's sweet enough. If it's too sweet, then you want to add the Worcestershire sauce or your hot sauce to cut back on the sweetness of the honey. Also, if it's not sweet enough, then you would add more honey. So the sauce is basically to taste, but what you're going for is a sweet yet hot flavor. So you don't want it too sweet and you don't want it too hot. That's our goal. So we're going to go ahead, get ready to prepare our sauce. And you all, it is so simple. We're going to melt 1 tablespoon of butter into our skillet. We're going to add in all of our sauces, bring that to a boil. And then once our chicken is done, pour it over our chicken, coat our chicken in it, put it back into the grill for a few minutes. And then we are going to come back and sample some of this goodness. Give it a quick stir. And we're going to let this come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we are ready to pour it over our wings. Our wings are done. I've taken them from the grill or from the air fryer, whatever you want to call it. And you all, this is how our wings look before we pour the sauce over them. Our sauce has started to boil. Now we are going to take that. And we're going to pour that over our wings. Now, you can either put a top on this and shake it up, but I like to just kind of stir mine really good. Because again, I like the crispiness and I don't want to shake any of the crispiness off. So I just kind of coat them really well. And we are going to pop these back onto our grill on low heat for 2 minutes. And that is just to seal in the sauce. Our wings, they have cooked for the second time on our grill just to seal in our flavors from our sauce. And you all, these wings smell so good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know, and like I said, if you want to use your extra sauce for a dipping sauce, sometimes I like to mix it with ranch, and it is so good. And just look how tender our wings are. They are good. They are smoky. They are sweet. And they are good. When you try these, make sure you leave your comments in the comment section below. If you want to keep seeing our easy homemade recipes, y'all, make sure you like, subscribe, and share our channel. Cooking is an experiment. That's all it is. And I always say, it's as easy or as hard as you make it. But I promise you, if you just keep it simple, be yourself, life in itself can be so much easier. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Homemade. And until next time, continue to be great.